According to the regulations establishing the fund, ladies and gentlemen, the persons who can access the fund for resources are classified under the following categories. 1, sports organizations. 2, professional sports persons. And 3, government implementing agency. In light of this, the State Department of Culture and Heritage, where arts is domiciled, prepared a proposal to the board of the Sports, Arts and Social Development Fund, detailing how the funds would be utilized. As per the requirements of the fund, this project will be implemented by the departments and agencies under the State Department of Culture and Heritage, whose mandate cover the category of creatives mentioned in the executive order. And this will be done in the following manner. First, the Department of Culture, and you've seen the director who is here with us. The department will engage visual artists to develop visual works such as paintings, drawings, photography, crafts including beadwork, cartoons, printmaking, ceramics, and comedians to reinforce messages of COVID-19 and advocate of SARS-2 safe behavior among Kenyans. 2, the Permanent Presidential Music Commission, which will engage musicians and dancers in the sector to create awareness and sensitize them on educative messaging on the COVID-19 pandemic. 3, the National Museums of Kenya. The museums will work with visual artists to produce murals and graffiti in various public spaces and public parks, reinforcing health education to combat COVID-19. The 4th one is the Kenya Cultural Center, incorporating the Kenya National Theatre. It will work with artists, actors, poets, spoken word artists, storytellers, to tell our diverse stories of COVID-19 and how communities are coping with the pandemic. The 5th one is the Kenya Film Commission. The commission will work with film producers to create productions around the COVID-19 pandemic. I direct the heads of departments and agencies involved in implementing the program to guarantee due diligence in the selection of projects that will be upheld. The range of programs should ensure that there is gender equity and that artists from across the 47 counties are represented. All factors constant, it was poised to double its contribution to the country's GDP to 10%, estimated at shillings 160.4 billion by 2020. The ensuing viral disruption has altered our mode of operation. However, we propose to work with the sector in the following way. The cultural and creative industry will package information on critical behavior change to flatten the infection curve, including but not limited to social distancing, to hand washing, and wearing of masks. The industry will also package messaging against domestic violence and other social ills that have emerged as a result of the necessary social distancing and isolation measures that have been put in place by government. We recognize also that mental health has been severely compromised by the sudden shift in behavior demanded of the human race by this disease. In Kenya, not being able to attend religious gatherings, communal weddings, family gatherings, and funerals has altered behaviors nurtured for thousands of years. As such, this program will pay special attention to alleviating daily stresses. The sector will pay homage to the month of May, which is the Mental Health Awareness Month, by contributing to the mental well-being of our people through entertainment and the arts. Ladies and gentlemen, as the beneficiaries of this program play their part in the national COVID-19 dialogue, I wish to make an appeal to the media fraternity to support the local creative economy by implementing the 60% local content quota to further this initiative and keep our artists in business even after the COVID crisis is over. As we embark on the implementation of this stimulus program, I wish to emphasize that we will strictly adhere to the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Health to safeguard ourselves and those around us from contracting or spreading the virus. Ladies and gentlemen, having said all that, it is now my distinct pleasure to officially unveil and launch the 3-month Together at Home campaign that will be the hallmark of the 100 million stimulus package for the culture and creative industries. Thank you very much. But today what I would like to do is for those that would like to be registered and don't have the resources to do that, I would actually like, on the part of the ministry, on the part of the Department of Culture, to announce a waiver of that fee. As long as you register within a specific period of time, we will provide the details as to how that will be done. And so expect a press release in the next few days that will tell you how you can access the registration facilities that we have and how you can benefit from the waiver that I'm announcing today. But it's true that we need to carry this study. I actually want to give a shout to Have a Fund because they carried out a study which gave us very, very interesting figures. For instance, that 61% of artists are not registered, right? I mean, that's really interesting, that the majority of our artists are actually not registered. And hence, the reason for us, coming up with this plan for a waiver. Yeah? If it's about the resources, then we're waiving them. Let's see how many we can attract, right, to our database. We need to plan for them. We need to support them. We need to look at ways in which we can actually build capacity. Yeah? We can only do that if we have data. If we don't have it, it's very difficult to do that. It means that we'll only have conversations with those that come to us, right? Or those that are already in associations. So very interesting question, very valid question, and going forward, I will make sure that that exercise is completed in good time, so that we can do what we need to do for our creative sector.
Thank you very much, Madam CS. I have one more question that I'll ask from the social media. This gentleman says his name is Simon Adem. He's a national chairman for the Deaf Artists and Culture Association of Kenya, and it's registered under the Ministry of Sports and Culture. He asks, how can a deaf individual or group access the funds for artists, actors, and musicians in the stimulus program?
Thank you. A very good question too. First of all, as you heard in the statement that I just read out, 30% of these funds are going to be reserved for persons, vulnerable groups, and persons with disability. Yeah? And so my colleagues will be talking to you throughout the week. I think starting from this afternoon, tomorrow, we'll be able to go into details as how you will access those resources, especially if you're among the group that is either vulnerable or people with disabilities. So arrangements are in place to make sure that they can access 30% of the funds that are available. Yeah? So I know that my colleagues are taking notes and they're listening, and so I hope that during the sessions that they will have with the media, that they will clarify that question. They will give us the details of how our compatriots with disabilities can actually access the funds that we're putting at their disposal.
Maybe we can take one or two from the press. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Bernard Okumu from Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC. You've talked about setting up of centers to register artists and musicians. This is an interesting point. When does the ministry plan to do this? And also about the sports fund, since it's under the sports fund that part of it is being charged to help the artists. What's the plan for artists? Have you made an announcement yet? I remember last Saturday, you talked about the proposal having gone through discussion. Now, if deliberations are over, how much have you allocated to sports? Then on this particular program where 20,000 artists are being targeted. How is the ministry going to track the progress and implementation of this program? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, registration occurs all the time. It occurs at the Permanent Presidential Music Commission, and that is as far as musicians and I think comedians are concerned. It occurs all the time at the Department of Culture in the ministry as well. The numbers have not been great, and that's why we thought that with the waiver, we would encourage more people to register, because if we don't know the numbers, we cannot plan for them. Yeah. So that's continuing. It's always there. What we want to do is increase the numbers, attract more people to come in, and we're going to do that by setting up a platform for registration. And now my colleagues will let you know how that will be done, but we'll also issue a press release, as I said, in the next couple of days, basically telling you, giving you the process that you'll have to follow to benefit from the waiver. Look, the registration fee in some cases is about 500,000 Kenya shillings, right? And so I think that all of us would want to register for free. So I'm hoping that the numbers will be noticeable, that will come in to benefit, from this. I think for the rest of the issues that you raised are going to be fully addressed in the next few days. I do not want to preempt some of the issues that are going to be addressed and tackled by my colleagues. I think that would be unfair. But I just want to confirm to you here that most people actually identify with, right? Whether it's an artist who is in my village in Amalemba in Kakamega, or whether it's somebody else from another part of the country. The people that can help us pass this message as effectively as possible, so that we all adhere to these measures. Yeah? These measures are meant to safeguard, our lives. They're meant to protect us. They're meant to protect not just us, but our communities, our families, our country. We want to come out of this much stronger, if anything, than we've ever been, right? Cognizant of the fact that each one of us is responsible for the next person seated next to them, walking next to them, using the same transport as them, yeah? And so we want to use everything that we have, but in doing that, we also want to support the nurturing and development of talent, right? Now, many of these artists are actually at home, okay, because those venues that they used to use, the places that they used to go to, for their gigs, right, are no longer there, yeah. And so this is going to be a program, a pay-for-work program, where artists will work and they will be paid for the work that they produce, right, for the artistic ingenuity. So I hope that I've answered that question. But of course, nobody will be turned away for not being topical and not addressing the issue of COVID-19, as long as it responds to some of the challenges that we face, as a country. But again, it's our hope that most of it will go towards ensuring that the 45 million of us adhere to government guidelines, government messaging, and the measures that government has put in place, so that we are all safer, so that as we cross to the other side, right, most of us, if not all of us, right, will be safe, but also will have learned quite a bit about how to keep our societies safe and protected.
Madam CS, Helen Aura here from NTV. Other than the stimulus packages that you've informed us today, what more stimulus packages does the ministry have in store?
Thank you very much. Look, and I actually don't want today to be about other things that we're doing, because many of them have got the airtime that they deserved, including, of course, the food packages that we sent out to the athletes. So today I want it to be about this. We're discussing our artists. We're discussing those amongst us that have been our greatest entertainers, right? That have set the pace in many cases, right? Including in what we wear. Today it's about them. Another time I'll discuss all the other measures. There are very, very many that we are putting in place, including just making sure that the facilities that can't be used today are being rehabilitated, renovated, so that when we come out of this out of this crisis, they'll be ready for use, they'll be fit for purpose. Yeah? So there are many things we're doing, but I really think that today we should focus on this. I think this is really important. Everybody has been waiting for the statement that was coming out today. We've been waiting for a way to make sure that everybody is supported. So I actually urge you to just focus on the stimulus package, the 100 million stimulus package today. Thank you very much.
Madam.
And then we go to our sagas, where we have the big brother in the house, the Director General, National Museums of Kenya.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Mzalendo Kibunja. I'm the Director General of the National Museums of Kenya. We'll be looking at mural artists, and particularly looking at the underprivileged group in all areas of this country, from Mandera in northern to Namanga in Tanzania border.
Next to that, we have the director or the CEO of Kenya Cultural Center, the ones who are hosting us today.
Thank you, Madam CS and Madam PS. My name is Michael Pundo, the acting CEO of the Kenya Cultural Center. At the Cultural Center, we will be dealing with theater artists and elocutionary artists, that is the poets, spoken word artists, storytellers, mimes, and even drummers, which you call percussionists. So we are based here at the Kenya Cultural Center. Most of our activities will be around here and also covering the whole country in all the regions in Kenya. Thank you so much.
Okay, so you know that artists are not only confined to the ministry, we also have artists in other ministries, and so we have Ministry of ICT and Broadcasting. We have the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Waso.
Thank you, Madam CS and PS. My name is Timothy Owase, CEO Kenya Film Commission, and will be handling matters film on this particular project. Thank you.
Okay, am I forgetting anybody here? Then we also, you must be wondering, how do you communicate? Where do you send your information? And we have somebody by the name of Big Ted, who is handling communication. Can you tell us how we shall communicate?
Right way for us to engage with the various sectors, and here you'll know the how, the why, the results, how everything shall work out to a bigger picture. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think we are looking forward to a fruitful interaction. Asante sana.
Maybe finally, to just say that I was supposed to be joined here by CS Musheru, the CS who is in charge of information, communication, and the youth. But he was called off to another assignment, so he apologized, but he was supposed to be here because we are obviously partnering with him in implementing the stimulus package. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I think we have come to a close. Thank you very much, Madam PS and Madam CS, for your indulgence. For the members of the Fourth Estate, as you register, if you have not registered as you registered outside, you'll be able to get all the material, the CSS speech, and the schedule of the week for the information to be disseminated, and also the presser. Thank you and God bless you.